Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you how I put today's card together. I've been getting a lot of questions about how I make my shaped cards, so I'm hoping this will help. So the first thing I did was I opened the cuts that I want to use, and this is one of the cupcake cuts, and I'm going to open the second one here. And this is Miss Kate Cuttables, and these are how hers come. And so the next thing I need to do is break these apart. So Shape Magic Split, and I'm going to Shape Magic Split. And what I'm going to do really quickly, I didn't do that here, I'm just going to make sure that these are really basically similar in size, and I'm just making sure that this piece and this piece are about the same size, and it looks like that they are really similar, so they're going to be about the same scale. And that's, I just need to make sure of that because I'm going to stack them on top of each other. So the other thing I could do is put them together and then size them a little bit. But this is basically what I do. I'll put my pieces together, and actually let's see, let's do it this way. I know I'm going to need 2 of these. I'm going to put this one on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to right click, copy, right click, paste in place, and then I'm going to pull it over here. Okay, so then I'm going to take the bottoms and I'm just going to start breaking them apart and putting them on their own layers. So what I'm going to do is grab all of the bottoms, and I'm going to come down here and put it on its own layer, and these are going to be a light brown color. And then I'm going to take these overlay pieces and I'm going to put them on their own layer, and they're going to be a darker brown color. And then I can overlay these on here, and this is exactly how I do it, even when I'm not recording. So, and then these are all going to be different colors, so I'm going to put them all on different layers. So this one, let's put it, we're going to make it a dark yellow, and we're going to do the squiggly on its own layer, and we're going to do a light yellow, and put that on top. Oops. Grab them both, and put that up here on top of this here. So we have this one. And then we're going to take our middle cupcake here, and we're going to make this on its own layer. We're going to do a light pink. We're going to take this, put it on its own layer, and I'm going to do it a little bit darker pink than what we have. That's going to go over that. And then I'm going to put this on here. This is going to be my next cupcake in my stack, and I'm going to kind of tilt it a little bit, going the other direction. Oops. Okay, and then I'm going to color these. This is going to be, let's do purple. Oops, that didn't stick. Purple. And then my frosting is going to be dark purple. Bring this down. That. And actually this one, I want my bottom piece to be straight. This. And then this will go on the bottom. Just kind of layer it like that. I think that looks good. Okay, now my cherry, instead of, you're supposed to cut this out of red, and then this little circle right here is supposed to be the white right here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to black this out, and I'll just draw the white line in with my my white pen. I think that'll be easier than making some extra cuts. And then I'm going to do 2 flowers. So I'm going to pull this over here. I'm going to copy and then paste in place. And then I'm going to grab both of the circles and put them on their own layer. And they're going to be yellow. And then one of the flowers, actually let's just do them together. I might make them different colors, but right now we'll just do them together. I'll make both of the flowers orange. Like that. And I'm going to put one right about here, and I'm going to put the other down here, right like that, I think is how I want it. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so now I have my basic design, what I want it to look like. So I'm actually pretty close to the size I want. I'm at 7.9. I'm going to make it 8 because I want my card to be 8.5. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy everything. So make sure you select it all, copy everything, and then I'm going to go down here and get rid of these. I'm going to go to the default layer and click the default layer because I'm going to paste it, paste in place. Now I'm going to close the eye on the default layer, and that's so that I can grab this top design and move it over. And now I can open the eye on my default layer, and there I have both of them. So this layer, what I'm going to do is select everything. I'm going to shape magic, and I'm going to weld it. This is going to be my base piece, which is the piece that I'm going to stick all of these different layers onto, and this is also going to be the white part, the inside of my card. So I'm going to shape magic. I'm going to black out to get rid of those 2 little things. I don't know if you saw. Let's do that again. See how I have this little cut right here and this little thing here? I'm just going to shape magic and black it out and get rid of those. I think I'll be okay on my flower. I can adjust the flower a little bit to hide that little spot. Okay, so now I'm going to copy, paste in place. So now I have 2 of these. I have one, like I said, for the inside of my card, and I have one for the front of my card that I can piece all of these pieces on so that I know that I'm getting it the right size that it needs to be in order to fit on my card. Okay, so the next step I'm going to take is I'm going to select this. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go down to shadow layer. I want to create a shadow layer around it. That's going to be the base of my card, and I'm going to go to 0.16. I'm going to accept that. Now I'm going to move this over here. I don't need that right now. I'm going to click this, and I'm going to put it on its own layer. I'm going to right click, copy, right click, paste in place. So now I have 2 of these, and I'm going to make sure one is selected, and I'm going to mirror it because I'm going to weld them together to form the base of the card. So the one of them needs to be mirrored so that when it folds in on itself, it's the same shape on that side. Okay, I've decided that I'm gonna weld these together on the side instead of the top. Normally I do it at the top, but I think it'll be a little bit more sturdy if it's done here in the center. So I've overlapped them the way I want, and I'm going to select all, right click, and I'm going to come down here to align and space, align vertical center. I want horizontal center. That's going to make sure that they're lined up perfectly. Then I'm going to right click again, shape magic, weld. Now that has created the base of my card, and this is the piece that I will be cutting out of craft cardstock, and I'm going to show you really quickly. This will fit right here on the front. This will be pieced, all of these pieces will be pieced right on top of that piece, and then we have, this is going to be the inside piece, and actually once this is folded, this will fit on the inside here. You don't have to mirror this. It will work. So that's basically how I do it. A lot of people asked me, I've gotten a lot of questions about, you know, do I size things before or after? I always put my images first. I put them together first, and then, or my shapes or whatever I'm designing, I put that together first, and then I size it to the size that I need. There's not really a way that I know of where you can pull something onto a mat and say I want it to be 6 inches and type in 6 inches and have it all come out at 6 inches. And I think people are used to doing that because of the Cricut, because you can type into the Cricut 6 inches and all the pieces come out for a 6-inch piece. But unfortunately with these other programs, it doesn't really work that way. So anyway, hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, you can leave me a comment under this video or on my blog, and on the next video I will try to answer those questions for you. Okay? I hope you have a great day. Bye.